Good evening. It's time to grab a cup of tea and let's chat about Lorcana's Wilds Unknown Enchanted artwork. Wilds Unknown takes us to all new undiscovered lands, but they all come with one thing in common. They are all overrun by vines and ink coloured flowers. The Glimmers and Illumineers have started to travel across the Lorcana world to find the source of the vines, which means the Wilds Unknown set has some fantastic theming throughout the various card artworks that really has that spring summer vibe as they're filled with flowers and vines. Wilds Unknown also introduces 3 new franchises to the Lorcana world, which I personally am very happy about because that means more of my favourite Disney characters to collect. We have Toy Story, which is a great choice as there are so many great characters to use from that franchise. I can't wait to collect all the toys personally. We also have another huge Pixar franchise in The Incredibles, which I'm honestly hoping for a card that uses my favourite quote from the film, which is, "What are you waiting for?" I don't know, something amazing, I guess. Or even an Edna Mode Floodborn as a super herself, maybe? Finally, we have Brave joining the Lorcana ranks. I'm honestly so excited about Brave Enchanted cards, as the Tapestry was a major plot point in Brave. I am hoping for some Tapestry style Enchanted cards with little stitching effects, but as the headliner for Wilds Unknown is Toy Story and the Mystery Vines, I will be interested to see what art style they have chosen for this set for the Enchanteds. As if you all remember back to last set, it was all about the paper cutout art style, which I personally loved, but I know there was a lot of people who didn't really like it. With all these new franchises joining the set, I've already got a wish list of Enchanteds that I'm desperate to see. First up, imagine a Merida riding Angus. That would be absolutely stunning in an Enchanted foil treatment. Maybe an Enchanted for the song Touch the Sky. I think that one would be a really beautiful Disney song to have. And there's a lot of artwork potential. But if Ravensburger really wants to have fun, I personally think we should have a Pizza Planet truck Enchanted because I think that would be pretty iconic. From the Incredibles, I'm hoping for a Violet Parr Enchanted. I think her force field powers and the shimmering Enchanted foil would be like one of the best looking Enchanteds we could get. And I personally am still hoping, fingers crossed, for a Copper Enchanted because I've seen that there is a few Fox and the Hound cards in this set. So here's hoping a Copper Enchanted. We barely got any Fox and the Hound love last set, so surely we're due for more this time. Copper would be such an wholesome nostalgic pick and great to collect both the Fox and the Hound for Enchanted cards. The overall art style. So let's have a chat about the overall art style. This set marks the first appearance of Toy Story, the world's first entirely computer animated feature-length film. The movie follows a vintage cowboy doll struggling with the fear of being replaced by a Space Ranger action figure, the world's greatest toy, complete with karate chop action and high-pressure space wings. So, what art style did Ravensburger choose for the Enchanteds? Art Nouveau. It's an art style inspired by natural forms, full of symmetry, circles, and flowing curves of vines and flowers. Highly detailed, decorative, and ethereal. It was even known as the modern art movement thanks to its use of modern materials and technologies like glass and iron. While I think the style was mainly chosen for its strong vine motif, I actually feel that it fits the introduction of Toy Story surprisingly well. Toy Story itself was a completely new visual language for animation, modern, experimental, and groundbreaking at the time of its release. In a way, pairing it with Art Nouveau Enchanteds feels more fitting than expected. So, like last time, I'm going to look at these Enchanted cards on the app and give you my first impression of these Enchanted cards. They might look different in person, but this is just my review of how they look on the app and my opinion. So first up, we have Jessie, Lively Cowgirl. I like the use of the lasso in the perfect circle around Jessie, and the detailed frame of vines is really nice. I love that you can see the bullseye poking through in the background, but honestly, I'm not blown away initially by this card. I don't know what it is, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Maybe it's just because I wasn't really excited for a Jessie card anyway, but I'm sure that there is Jessie fans telling me how wrong I am right now. So next up we have Isabel Madrigal Caring Cultivator. I am surprised to see that Madrigal's back on the Enchanted list. Not one I was expecting, as they have definitely had quite a few Enchanteds in previous sets. But I do really like this card, and it does make sense. Isabela can make and control plants, so a set all about vines taking over the world of Lorcana. Who better to have on your team than Isabela Madrigal? I love the flower border on this card, and the color scheme is very, very pretty and really gives that Art Nouveau feel. I like the little gold foil flowers scattered around the edge. I think that's a really nice touch. You've got a friend in me. A Buzz and Woody card. I really like this card. It feels quite, dare I say it, iconic. I think it's visually quite bold and eye-catching, considering it's an amber card, which often are very yellow and gold, and often look a bit washed out compared to maybe some of the other ink colours like red and purple. I really like the northern star in the background and the chart of stars in that sort of circular halo, which I seem to be seeing appearing in all the Enchanted so far. So I wonder if that will continue. Frozone, super cool. I am so glad Frozone has got an Enchanted card. This could definitely be a chase contender for me. I love how the circular halo behind the character is continued in the card, but in this card it's more subtle, using the robot's already circular body and his arms as those Art Nouveau curving vines. It's subtle hints to the art style while also feeling like a scene straight from The Incredibles. I don't know if the gold foil was really needed on this card. I imagine it would look just as great without the foiling. I must say that the foiling on these enchanted cards aren't as pretty as last sets, going back to the plain gold rather than the gorgeous sparkly glitter foil that we got last set. And I definitely miss that from last set. But I understand you want to keep each set different and exclusive, and the sparkly glitter foil represented snow much better than it would in this set. Luisa Madrigal, Confident Climber. Countering my last comment on gold foiling for Frozone, I actually really like the foiling on this card. It emphasizes the cracks in the shield and makes the gold on the artwork stand out way more. Again, it has that circular halo around the character, which would look awesome if we see Violet Parr in a force field. Just saying. Again, it might just be because we've already had a lot of Encanto Enchanteds, or I don't really get excited about the character, so I'm not really excited about this card, but I do like the foiling on this one. Again, it might just be because we've already had a lot of Encanto Enchanteds, or I don't really get excited by the character. So I'm just not as excited by this card, but I do really love the foiling choices on this one. DunBroch Family Tapestry. Ooh, interesting. I was right. The Tapestry got an enchanted card. Sadly, it's not the stitched vibes I was imagining, but I am glad it's got a card. I like the circular frame of the vine that has taken over Lorcana with the tartan woven around the edge. The gold foiling is also just the right amount on this one, adding detail to the flowers and some little Disney sparkles. I really like the Disney sparkles when they're foiled. Alien True Believer. I already know I'm going to get a bit of backlash on this because a few of my friends already told me they love this card. But I kind of hate that the claw is like a flower. Like, the claw is the claw. It should have had its own card. I wish the alien was also the right way up. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm being picky, but it would just drive me nuts in the folder. Also, the claw breaks up or draws your eye away from the beautiful circular halo vibe that seems to be consistently appearing throughout the Enchanteds of this set. So maybe I would have liked it more also if the flower didn't have those like gold veins. I just find myself staring into the deep depths of the flower rather than the alien. Milo Thatch getting his hands dirty. Ooh, now this wasn't on my bingo card. I didn't think we would get any more Atlantis Enchanteds, but I am happy for it as I have been adding Atlantis Enchanted cards to my own personal collection. Plus, I'm really happy because I really like this card. The gold vines across Milo are really nice and match that Art Nouveau style vines around the circular halo. You get that real sense of them searching through a cave encased in vines, which really feels like glimmers actually travelling across the Lorcana realm. This might be a chase contender for me. Family Scattered. This card is really nice, actually, really nice. You get all three Madrigal sisters, and I love it when you get more characters on one card. It's colourful and has a range of flowers and vines framing the characters. It's a really pretty card. I think if you really like Encanto, this will be a chase card for many. I really like the flower line drawings, which don't seem to be gold foiled, but are a lighter colour, so it allows the colours of the holographic foiling to really shine through. There's no obvious circle halo on this card like the others, but each character does have a sort of glowing colour orb from behind each of them, which I think sort of represents that, and I do really like that. Jack Parr. Does this mean we're getting closer to a Violet Parr Enchanted? I do like this card. It's got the vines and the circular halo that we keep seeing. It also showcases quite a few of Jack's many powers. Fire, demon form, and metal form I can see, as well as his ability to float, which is a great amount for such a small surface area. My only thing I don't like on this card, which is probably being a bit picky, but I don't like the gold hands. I just feel like the gold foiling works better when it's used quite sparingly, like just hints of sparkle. Maybe it will look better in person, but I just think the foiling has been well overused on this one. The Leviathan, Guardian of the Atlantis. Oh, more Atlantis. Okay, nice. First things first, the foiling works well on this card compared to the previous card. It emphasizes the power of the Leviathan and makes it feel grander. I do like the foiling sometimes. I also like that it uses the cavern border to create that circular halo around the character, which I like. And it makes it feel like the Leviathan is chasing you through caverns. There's a lot of movement on this card, so I do really like it. It will definitely be one that I want to add to my Atlantis collection, but it's an interesting character choice for an Enchanted. I think it's a very niche character from a very niche film, so I don't know if many people are going to recognize it. Mr. Incredible, super strong. This is a great card. You are not only getting Mr. Incredible, you're getting Dash, Violet, and please don't let this be the Enchanted she appears on, and Jack. He's got his own card, so there is still hope for Violet. So it's a great collector's card. You're getting almost the whole Incredible family on one card. Pair this with a Mrs. Incredible card, and this would be a great display because you get the whole family. I love how the impact of the punch creates this curve for the circular halo that keeps appearing. Gold foiling on this one creates movement and impact without feeling overdone. This is a really nice card in my opinion. Zipper, Big Helper. I have no idea who this character is, I'll be honest. I believe it is from maybe the Chip and Dale show, but I haven't seen that, so I can't really tell you who this is or whether it's a good depiction. But visually as a card, visually as usual, the blue cards really glow and sparkle. So I can hope that this one really glows and sparkle. I also really like the gold foil cogs on this one. I think that's a really different art choice, and I think that it makes a really pretty border. The big vine also makes an appearance on this card, creating another circular halo around the character. But I can't really give you much more on that. Kida, Crystal, Scion. Oh, this is stunning. It's got magic, a Disney princess. The way the card is framed really gives the card a nice depth as well. I really like this card a lot. Not only because it's an Atlantis card, but because it's a Floodborn Enchanted. It's really nice to get alternative styles of our favourite characters in these gorgeous sparkly cards. I mean, that's why we're all liking Lorcana, right? To see our favourite classic characters in a whole new way. And this design I just think is beautiful. And it really gives that Art Nouveau style. What else can I do? Beautiful. Again, this card feels very Art Nouveau with the swirls and the curves throughout the artwork border and background. The gold foiling in this one accentuates the card artwork with little circles of gold scattered around the card to give it a little glimmer and sparkle. There's that magical glow that I seem to be drawn to with the blue cards especially. Dr. Octopus Spider-Man villain. Sorry, I mean Syndrome out for revenge. Not my favourite card on this set, but I really like the gold foil on this one. See, I do like it sometimes. It works with the artwork, but I just find the background is a little plain on this card from what I can see. And Syndrome isn't my favourite villain, but if you are collecting villain Enchanteds, then this is another great addition. I think this card would look better in person, as I find the plainer backgrounds allow that holo foil to really shine. But it would also be interesting to see if the design looks different in person to how it looks on this app. Mrs. Incredible, Determined Rescuer. Yay, and Mrs. Incredible. This will look great with the Mr. Incredible and the Jack Enchanted. I believe this means Violet and Dash didn't seem to get their own enchanted cards, but we can hope for next set, and I can still hope next set for another copper card. I also love that Mr. Incredible and Frozone are seen in the background. I assume they're being rescued by Mrs. Incredible, or is this Mrs. Incredible's glimmer on Syndrome's side? Mr. Incredible does look shocked. I like this card. It's interesting and it makes a nice collection set for the Incredible Enchanteds. I can really imagine those three being put together in a display or a collection. So I really like this card. Touch the Sky. Yay, we get a Merida card. I was hoping for more Brave Enchanted cards, or even a Merida Enchanted card, but I am happy that this song card got an Enchanted. I really like the Art Nouveau inspired swirls and that circular halo created from the cliff edge and trees, drawing your eyes to the gold foil birds. And I like the gold foil birds because it's a little bit different. I really like this card as it's the only Merida Enchanted we got. It has some nice depth and details, and it will definitely be a chase card for those who can't get the Merida iconic. Let's also have a look at the iconics. They're not technically enchanted, but I think we can have a little look anyway. So Buzz Lightyear, Jungle Ranger, iconic. So I have seen this previously. When I first saw this, I did think that it was going to glow in the dark like the Buzz Lightyear does in the films, but it's actually a green foiling, which I think does look quite good. We didn't get a Buzz Lightyear Enchanted, I noticed, so I think this will be a very popular iconic. And I love the depth of this card, where he looks like he's almost climbing out of the card. And again, it's nice to see that Floodborn Buzz Lightyear. Merida, Formidable Archer. This is the iconic I want this set. This is my chase iconic. If I am ever lucky enough to pull another iconic, because I was lucky enough to pull a Mickey Mouse iconic in the first iconic set, Fabled. The ruins behind Merida are used to create this circular halo around the character, and it's a bit of an action shot of Merida firing her bow, which just looks really good. Plus, with the iconics, I just really like the lore holo foiling. When you tilt it, it looks like the card's on fire. And the simple background will really allow you to see the exclusive iconic lore holo foiling on this card. So I think it's going to be really nice in person. So finally, we've got the Woody Jungle Guy Set Champs prize, which does come as a holo foil if you get the top 8. This is also a Floodborn Woody. I love the scale of the Woody using the giant match and a broken plastic safety scissors. It's a fun piece of artwork that recreates an iconic, much-loved character in a whole new look, which is honestly why I personally love Lorcana. It also has the vines creating a lovely Art Nouveau inspired symmetrical pattern in the background. It's a really nice card, and just by turning up and participating in a local set champs, you could get the non-foil version of this card. So I think I'm definitely going to try and get my hands on this card for my collection. Well, I hope you enjoyed hearing my opinions on the enchanted cards. Please be nice in the comments and let me know what your favourite enchanted card was. I hope you get your chase card for your collection. Bye!